Hey everyone, Alex here from Super Kids AAA. Hey, and today we're going to be reacting to jrose11's Pokemon How to Catch 'Em All. I've watched his videos, and since I'm doing a Let's Play on Pokemon Yellow, I'm reacting to this. So you, my viewers, and me know what Pokemon we can and cannot add to our Pokedexes in Pokemon Yellow version. Maybe we should make Aqua Blue soon, because they never made a blue remake. Instead they remade Yellow. And you guys don't know who I'm adding to my team, so it's good to know.
Hey everyone, how's it going?
This first part is going to be red and blue.
One slogan you could not escape from, even if you tried, and that's "Gotta catch 'em all." I mean, it was everywhere.
That's true.
It was on billboards, in magazines, in commercials.
I don't think it was on a
billboard.
billboard.
The Pokemon cartoon, which it seemed like everyone did. You heard it in the opening lyrics and in the closing.
Yeah.
So. Suffice to say, when I got Pokemon
that is
Blue,
true.
that was exactly what I wanted to do. I was told
Blastoise?
there were 150 or more to see, and to be a
He's a
Pokemon
master starter.
destiny.
He's one of the
Kanto
starters.
I could not catch all 150 Pokemon.
I don't.
See,
all the Kanto starters are like
it's actually impossible to catch
Charizard and Blastoise are like tied for second place in my Kanto starter rating, and Bulbasaur is my number one because when I played my copy of Pokemon X, I like Charizard, and now I like Bulbasaur. I don't know why. I don't remember or know why. But I just like Bulbasaur now.
Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur, Charmander, Charmeleon, and Charizard. Not catchable. Nothing you
I've never actually played with a Bulbasaur, so I'm hoping to get one in our Let's Play.
Turns into 144, and then some executive at Game Freak probably said, "Hey guys," of course they were talking Japanese, but I'm just going to say it in English. You know what's really smart? What if we told people
What was that? What did that Japanese mean? Tell me in the comments.
And all we did was change what Pokemon are in each game. It's genius. And yes, it is genius. It's super consumer unfriendly, but it is completely genius. And nowadays, even third versions have 2 games apparently, but I'll talk about that in another video. So if you picked Pokemon Blue like I did, the Ekans line, the Oddish line, the Mankey line, the Growlithe line, Scyther, and Electabuzz are nowhere to be found. And if you picked Red, like my brother did, you couldn't catch Sandshrew, Sandslash, the Vulpix line, Meowth line, Bellsprout line, Magmar, or Pinsir. Since Weavile is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time, I'm glad I had Blue. But that's 11 Pokemon you can't catch, bringing our total down to 133.
The fire animal.
And if you thought that was...
Let's see which ones are swapped. The two Team Rocket animals are version exclusives, being Ekans in the Ekans line and the Meowth line, and then the 2 grass poison types being version exclusive, being the Oddish line and the Bellsprout line. The Fire Dogs, the fighting, the monkey and 2 random ones, the original Bug duo, and just the random, and just the duo of Magmar and Electabuzz are version exclusives, and wow.
I'm sorry, there are 5 more Pokemon you can't get due to choices you have to make. In Mount Moon, after defeating the Super Nerd, you actually have to pick one of the 2 fossils, Dome or Helix. If you pick the Dome fossil like I did, you cannot go back and get the Helix fossil. meaning Omanite and Lord Helix himself, Omastar, are completely unobtainable.
Oh, I think I know which one I'm gonna
You do get
pick.
an Eevee for free in Celadon
And
City,
obviously,
cool, but you can only
I'm
evolve
not
it once,
going to
and
get
since there is no way to
Blastoise.
breed additional Eevees, the other two
I'm going to
evolutions,
get
let's say
myself
Vaporeon and
actually
Jolteon,
Charizard
also
because
unobtainable.
in yellow
And
Charizard can
finally,
learn
in the
fly.
Fighting Dojo in Saffron,
Like,
you
why?
have to pick one of the Hitmons, and the other one, let's say Hitmonchan, sorry man, can't be registered in my Pokedex. And that brings our total down to 120.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get
But there are
Hitmonchan.
4 more Pokemon that you can't get because
Or
they needed
more.
to be traded in order to evolve. These Pokemon are Machamp, Golem, Gengar, and Alakazam.
Wow, that
And
sucks for
that's
me.
it. If you have one game, the most amount of Pokemon you can get
And
without
plus,
glitching
in
or
Johto,
cheating is
Golem
124,
sweeps Lance's
83%
team.
of the total
It sweeps
leadership.
his entire
That's
team.
not
Because
terrible
Lance is
when we talk about the other
basically
games, but it
the
was a big slap in the face to me as a
the
kid.
champion of Johto.
Thankfully, a few years
Mainly
later,
actually
Pokemon Yellow
specializes
came
in
out, and it allowed
flying
you to get every
types.
starter like Ash did. Of course, you still have to pick between the fossils, the evolutions, and the Hitmon, bringing the total down to 145, but we're on a good start. Also, there's an in-game trade where you can actually trade a Cubone for a Machoke in the underground path, meaning Machamp is completely obtainable. So that's one more
Oh,
Pokemon
that's
that you
good.
can get that you couldn't in Red and Blue. Pretty cool. Of course, Game Freak had to make up for that, and what they did was they made one more unobtainable Pokemon by making it a version exclusive. You can't catch Weedle, Kakuna, or Beedrill in this game, Ekans or Arbok, Meowth or Persian, Coughing or Wheezing, Jynx, Electabuzz, and Magmar, and you also cannot evolve the Pikachu you get, which is the only Pikachu you can catch, into a Raichu. Now some of these make sense. Ekans and Arbok, Meowth and Persian, and Coughing and Wheezing are all Team Rocket Pokemon. I don't understand Jynx, Electabuzz, and Magmar. I think those
Yeah,
are
me
version
neither.
exclusive things. And Weedle, I guess, because Ash got a Caterpie. That's maybe also why Pidgeotto is available in Viridian Forest. I don't know, it's just a guess. Raichu makes the most amount of sense because Ash never evolves as
Wait,
Pikachu.
Pidgeotto is available in
But all
Viridian
told,
Forest?
there are 130 catchable Pokemon Yellow, which is
So that's what we can get in yellow. Huh. Yeah, so that's what we can't get in yellow. I actually feel like I don't need an evolution in this game. Because Vaporeon will be useless because as the water type will get covered by my fossil. Electric will be covered by Pikachu, and fire will be covered by Charizard. So I don't see really that much use of Eevee. Like, you can't get the other starter in the game, so I don't think I should. Oh yeah, right, you only get one Eevee, so I have to get the Eevee. Maybe I can evolve all of it later or something. But all I know, you know what? Pidgeotto a Pidgeot might seem nice. You know, I'm not getting a Charizard.
86%.
I'm getting a Venusaur. You skip this one, stupid lad.
I am an angel, you are a demon. We have to work together. Find a couple games like Game Freak wants us to and catch all 150. Is it really as easy as just trading between us? Well, no. It depends how far you are into your games. You see, if you just had 2 completed red and blue games, you won't be able to get everything because you cannot breed Pokemon. So let's say I have a Charizard and he has a Blastoise. Well, you can give me the Charizard, but that's still 5 starters I can't get. The Bulbasaur line and Charmander and Charmeleon because you already evolved from them and there's no way to go back a step. Additionally, if they already evolved their Kabuto into Kabutops and me vice versa, that's another Pokemon. So you have to trade them at the perfect time. Even if you do that, the most amount of Pokemon you can get without resetting one of your games is 146. You're still going to be missing 3 of the starters, the ones you 2 didn't pick, and 1 evolution. Now, if you use yellow, that number actually still stands, 146. Except it's kind of a worse 146, and you'll find out why in just a second. If you pick yellow and red, for example, you won't be able to get Meowth, Persian, Magmar, and one of the evolutions. And with blue, Ekans, Arbok, and Electabuzz will be uncatchable with one evolution. However, if you reset, you can get all 150 with red and blue, but you can't if one of the games are yellow because of the shared version exclusives. You can reset red and yellow till the cows come home, you're still not catching a Meowth. But with red and blue, you reset enough, you get that extra Eevee, you get that last starter, and you have completed the dream of catching all 150 Pokemon without cheating or glitching. All it took was 2 Game Boys, a link cable, and resetting one of your games. So, a lot of effort. Not to mention some of these Pokemon are impossible to catch, but
more
it
effort.
is possible. Of course, if you're really against resetting one of your games, you just need to buy yellow too, and with red, blue, and yellow combined, you can get all 150 Pokemon in one playthrough, assuming you don't evolve the starters and the fossil Pokemon. Now, after I'd finished the research for this part of the video, I was curious, does this get better in Gold and Silver? No. No, it doesn't.
No.
And as kind of a bonus, let's go through exactly how much not better it gets. So for this list, I'm going to be starting off with 251, and immediately there are 2 that are completely uncatchable. There were events, but those events are all done, so if you started a Gold or Silver file today, Mew and Celebi, not catchable. So we're down to 249.
No.
Additionally, there are 17 Pokemon that are only catchable in red, blue, and yellow, and those are the 9 Kanto starters, the 4 fossils, you actually can get an Aerodactyl by trading Chansey, the 3 legendary birds, and finally Mewtwo. So that's lovely. I haven't even turned on my game yet, and I'm down to 232. Once I have turned on my game, I'll realize that once again you only get 1 starter, so 6 starters are going to be uncatchable, bringing our total down to 226. Now, although Gold and Silver are more different than Red and Blue, they still have those version exclusives because, you know, it makes
kind
money.
of wrecks the entire
so if you play
game.
Gold, the Vulpix line, the Meowth line, the Leddyba line, the Phanpy line, Delibird, and Skarmory, they're not going to be catchable. If you played Silver, the Mankey line, the Growlithe line, the Spinarak line, Gligar, Mantine, and the Teddiursa line,
I shouldn't play Silver
And finally, if you
then.
played Crystal, the Vulpix line, the Mankey line, the Mareep line, which I always forget isn't available in Crystal, Girafarig, one of my favorites of all time, and the Remoraid line. I guess I shouldn't play Crystal. A lot of my favorites are on that list. But yeah, that's 10 more Pokemon, and that brings our total down to 216, or 86.8%, which is similar to the percentages we saw in the total of Gen 1. So, is that it? Are we done? No. So, remember how there were 4 Pokemon you needed to trade in Red and Blue? Well, now there are 10. We still have Alakazam, Gengar, Machamp, and Golem, but now we also have Kingdra, Politoed, Scizor, Steelix, Slowking, and Porygon too. So once we get those out of the way, we're down to 206 or 82%. And then we have what I like to call the stone problem. Remember how easy it was to get a stone back in Red and Blue? You simply went to Celadon Mall and bought them? Yeah, that was completely game-breaking. Please, Game Freak, make this more tedious and obnoxious. I beg of you. Well, good news, faithful listener. There is a way, and that's Bill's grandpa. You see, once you're 75% of the way through the game, you can go to Bill's grandpa, who's located where Bill was back in Gen 1, and he'll ask to see a Pokemon. If you show him the Pokemon he wants to see, he'll give you a stone. One of them. No more. And once you have that stone and use it, it's gone. So because of this terrible, terrible game design choice, you cannot get 3 of Poliwrath, Vaporeon, Starmie, or Cloyster, 2 of Ninetales, Arcanine, or Flareon, 2 of Executor, Victreebel, or Vileplume, and 1 of Raichu or Jolteon. Thankfully, this is not a problem in Crystal because you can just re-challenge people and they'll possibly give you a stone. I wouldn't hold your breath, but technically you can get unlimited stones through this method.
Actually, that is
Gold and Silver, our grand total comes down to 198.79.2%
Did he get dunked on?
total Pokemon we thought
Yeah, he
we
got
could
dunked
catch.
on.
That's a B+ at best.
I just dabbed.
How far is the moon?
I'm just gonna end this
How far
ad.
away is the moon? The moon is 200.
Ended.
So let's combine games like we did back in Generation 1. Can you get all 250? Not even close. If you were to just get a cartridge of gold and a cartridge of silver and trade between them, you would be able to get, without resetting, 225 Pokemon. Why? Because they're the 19 Pokemon that are exclusive to Gen 1, plus there's still 3 starters you can't get without resetting, 2 Water Stones, 1 Fire Stone, and 1 Leaf Stone. So you're going to need to reset 2 times to bring that total up to 232, and you're going to have to play through the game a fair bit to get those stones. So yeah, good luck with that. Now, if you were to sub out one of the games for Crystal, let's say Silver, you would get your total up to 227 without resetting, so 2 higher. The reason for this is that you don't have to worry about all that stone nonsense. However, to make up for that, you do have to worry about a shared version exclusive. In Gold's case, it would be Vulpix and Ninetales. With resetting, you would actually have a lower total of 230, so I guess it's a pick your poison. Now, you might be thinking, oh, you can get all 250 if you use, let's say, Gold and Blue. Well, close, but not quite. Without resetting, we've got our total up to the highest number so far, 229, which is actually almost as high as Gold and Crystal with resetting. But the problem comes down to starters. There are 12 starters you cannot get until you reset. 6 from Kanto and 6 from Johto. Additionally, the 2 fossils from Kanto you can't get without resetting your blue, and there's 6 Pokemon that you can't get whatsoever because they are Johto Pokemon exclusive to the other version. Now, you might be wondering, hey, what about those Pokemon that you need to trade while holding an item? That won't work with Blue. Actually, it will. All you need to do is, let's say, have your Porygon hold an upgrade, trade it to Blue, and then trade it back. It'll become a Porygon too. All that being said, if you reset enough times, you can get that number up to 243. Oh, so close to 251, but still not quite there.
Well, if you
yet.
just use
Now,
every
if you
Gen
don't
1
wanna reset as
game
much, you can use
and
something like
every
Silver and
Gen
Yellow.
2 game.
If you use those 2 games, your non-reset total is up to 235, because you need to worry about the 6 exclusives to Gold, the 2 fossils from Kanto, and the 6 starters from Johto. With a couple of resets, you can get that total up to 243, which is the exact same as if you use Gold and Blue. Now, if you wanted to use, let's say, Gold, Silver, and Yellow, so now we're using 3 games, we can get that non-reset total up to 244. We're going to need to reset for 3 of the starters from Johto and the other fossil from Yellow, and if we do that, we get the total up to 249, which is as high as it's going to go. And if you're really against resetting, you're going to have to use Gold, Silver, Crystal, Yellow, and Red or Blue, and then you will get the non-reset total of 249 Pokemon. That is a lot of games, but that is what you would need to do it without resetting, and still, you would not be able to get all 251. I think the moral of the story is that even though the GTS can be annoying at times, we should be so grateful that we no longer have to buy 5 games if we don't want to reset our game and get all the Pokemon that are catchable. And on that note, I think that's all for this video. Maybe I'll do another video in the future where I focus on Gen 3 and beyond, but those are going to take a much longer time to explain because we have the regional decks, the national decks, and there's a whole bunch of other things at play. So another time for those. As for me, thank you guys so very much. I just hit 10K subscribers. I didn't want to bore people from beginning with some sort of long thank you, but I really do appreciate it. I know a lot of people say this on YouTube, but if you'd asked me 6 months ago if I would have even 100 subscribers, I would have laughed at you. So the fact I have 10,000 of them, honestly, it's really humbling. I thank you guys so much. I hopefully will be able to produce content you guys enjoy.
Let's go catch them all.
I'm here.